Tim Warfield's organ group is going to play the music of Shirley Scott. And everyone here is either an interest either in Tim's group or in Shirley's music. So we're looking forward to a great time tonight at La Rose Jazz Club.
How did you know Shirley?
There's a tenor player who's legendary here. Everybody knows him, Bootsy Barnes. Evidently, he double booked or something, and I was called to come in an emergency. I just didn't know that the rhythm section at Or Leaves that night was going to be Shirley Scott, Mickey Roker on drums, and Arthur Harper on bass. And that's kind of like how it all started. I played, it went really well, like we had played before, which is what she asked me something to that effect. She said, "Hey, Tim," after the first set was over, she said, "Yeah, you sure you ain't been here before?" Which is a compliment in the highest order. I mean, it's like you've kind of got the spirit of where it comes from. I actually did a tribute recording to her a couple of years ago, actually. Got pretty good accolades. It's entitled For Shirley. It's on the Crisscross Jazz label. We're going to do music from that CD, and we're going to do what I call a sister CD, which is kind of related to that CD, which is my latest, called A Sentimental Journey. So we're going to play music from that CD and the music that I actually wrote for For Shirley, which consists of songs that she's written that I've arranged, and some original compositions, and some standards that I perform with her, or standards that I heard her do quite often. And we're going to do that tonight. We're going to have Pat Bianchi on the organ, Chris Beck on the drums, and Tim Thompson on the trumpet, myself on tenor and soprano saxophone.
You obviously had on the bandstand sort of training, if you will, with Shirley. Was there any kind of outside of that where you guys would hang out and work on songs, or she would sort of mentor you in an outright kind of way? And
a lot of the mentoring was on stage. Now, we talked about personal things, love life, etc., off the stage. Just business struggles, trying to get, I have a song that I've written based off of a quote she told me in a situation where I was trying to get a gig and I wanted her to be on this gig, but the money, I was very concerned about the money being correct. And I remember saying, man, this is going to work out, but I'm calling these people and they're acting like this and the money is, but I'm telling them what this is going to be. And she just stopped me and said, "Baby?" And I was like, "What?" She's like, "Sometimes you got to let the people know." Which is the title of one of the songs, which pretty much means if they're not acting right, let them have it. Then they'll act right. Or they'll go. And if they go, you weren't meant to deal with them. So that sort of mentoring I had off stage. On the stage, it was all about music, and she didn't really talk a lot. Many times she was like, "Well, do you know the sky is blue because the ball is red because the little girl is running down the street with the little boy dancing?" And I'd say, "No." She said, "Oh, you'll hear it." And that would be it. And then I would listen to it a couple of times. She would play the melody, and then I would learn it as we were going on. And once it was with me, it was with me.